came in the mail today. We have a rear sunshade for our BMW E46 sedan, 3 Series from 1998 to 2005. It came all the way from Portugal to Brooklyn, New York, and it took about a week to get here. Here we have the motor. The blind is this bit here. Two wires, yellow and white, leave the sun blind connector. Here's the underside. It's not that long as you would think, and it's not as heavy as you would think. The only problem I have with this kit is that the switch is just massive, and I have no idea where to put this in my car. My car is a 2001 3 Series, and it doesn't have the uni-button switches, so I may have to modify this and get the updated console bar switch with a sunblind button. And apparently there is like 5 wires going into the switch, but only 2 wires leaving the sunblind, so I have to figure out what to do with all the 3 wires in this. So right now I can match the white and yellow to the wires leaving the sunblind, but there's also a gray, purple, and brown wire. Gray, red, purple, blue, and brown wire. I guess brown is for ground, and the other 2 are for power somehow. I have to find out where I'm going to put that in the car if I was to use this switch. So I'm wondering if it's worth the hassle. The seller was also nice enough to include, I bought this on eBay actually, for about, I think, $250 is what I paid. He also included, that's a little bright, a little diagram of how to put this all together. Here. Put some out on that. And this would pretty much go along there in the car, along the rear shelf, as you can see there. So I'm gonna have to remove everything in here, the rear shelf, the columns, the seats, to put that in there. And here we go, the inside of the cabin of my car. Just real quick, just show you how annoying this button is in terms of the size of this button. So my car has these buttons in it, and this is from the 1998 to 2003 series. Also 5 Series have these. So I have no idea where to put this. You know, I probably could keep it in there, but it's just so big. It's like the size of a Tic Tac container, one of those old school Tic Tac containers, or maybe like a small cell phone or MP3 player. I was gonna put it in my cup holder, like back here, where the traditional Bluetooth button is, speakerphone Bluetooth, but it doesn't even go down to like, and it probably touch something in there. I was gonna put it back here inside the ashtray, just cut a hole and just dip it in there, but it would be too big to fit in there because the bottom of the ashtray is like right there. I'm not going to cut into the car to put this button in there, so there's no real place to put this. I could keep it in the glove box, or maybe in here, I don't know. Like, I really don't want this button. It's kind of a nuisance. And to get a console bar with just that one button that I have missing there is going to cost me $200, and I paid about $250 for that, for the whole ensemble of the sunshade. So I'd have to pay another $200, either from the dealership or this guy that sells them online on eBay, Rover Active. He sells the console switch. He's the only seller I know currently with that. I also check, I think Get BMW Parts may have it a little cheaper, but I'm still paying over $100 for one stupid button. you know, considering I paid $250 for the entire kit. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure out a way. Maybe I could tear this apart and squeeze it somewhere, the insides. But I was even hoping to cut a hole out. Here I have a Dremel cutter that I went to Home Depot and paid a lot of money for. But you can see this button is actually bigger than these buttons. So it's not even I could take this and transplant it there. That's not happening. So just gotta figure that out. But once I get everything working, see how all that sun is coming in the back? Once that shade is up, it's gonna keep the back cooler. I'm also gonna go to the dealership. They sell the window shades for the side for the E46 cars. Believe it or not, they're about $30 for each shade, and the mountain kit I think is like $40. It's typical BMW. The stupid mountain screws and mountain brackets cost more than the shade itself. So I think the mountain brackets and screws are like $40, and the shade itself is only like maybe $20 to $30 for the whole shade. So it's like it's sort of like a tint, but you could take it off when you want to, and if you have kids in the back seat or anyone in the back seat, it'll just keep it cool. I just like to have that privacy kind of in the back seat as well. I have all my windows in the back dark with the shade up, and a lot of people are saying just get tint and don't spend money on the rear sunshade thing. I might still actually get tints depending how I feel, but you know, I like the car the way it is. I don't really like dark ghetto tints on my car. So you know, that's how I want to leave the car. Anyway, so that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe spend Labor Day weekend doing this DIY, cutting up my car, and you know, see how that'll go. Hopefully it won't be too hard to do. Anyway, I'm getting out of here.
Forecast for the weekend, headed to Fire Island.
I'll see you guys later on.